welcome back. So again, my name is Bill with Computer Garage. Still tinkering with this new recording software. Of course, I'm using my webcam microphone because it works better than my headset here. Again, I think I have a bad Bluetooth device, so I will get that ordered and hopefully that will fix that problem later on. Anyways, as you see me looking off to the right there, it's because that's where the other screen is and the controls are. So I mentioned in the previous video about the advantages of using Google Drive, and it's something I want to go a little bit further into detail with. We'll open up Google Chrome. If you've already signed into your Gmail, you can actually go from here and go right into your 9 dots and go into Google Drive. Now, we'll open up a document here, and I had mentioned that you can make changes. Now, for those of you who know me, especially on Facebook, on my personal page, you know I like Star Trek, and the Ferengi Rules of Acquisition are something I'm often quoting on there. Today's lesson is number 89. Ask not what your profits could do for you, but what your ask not what you could do with your profits, but what your profits could do for you. Yeah, JFK, we already know who that is. But anyways, the things that you can do. You can highlight it. Again, if you don't know how to highlight, it's go to the beginning of the sentence, hold your left click button down, drag across. Once you got everything that's highlighted you needed to highlight, release. That leaves it in blue. In this particular case, I want to center, so that's what your center button is. If I wanted it bold, there's your bold button. If I wanted it underlined, there's my underline. If I want the fonts bigger, there you go. I had mentioned that you could actually go into your Google Photos and grab a photo. So I threw a photo in there, and let me get to that. We'll go back over here. There's the 9 dots. Go into Photos. And yes, it's money. Go figure, right? I'm just a dirty capitalist to some people, but that's just who I am. Business owner. Get it? So anyways, there's your photo. Again, right click, and you can copy the address and so on and so forth, or you can open it up, nice big and bright, and you can do copy, save image as, but what we want to do is hopefully save the image as, or better yet, let me go back to using Snip, because we've used Snip before. So we're going to use Snip, snipping tool. It's going to open up the snipping tool. We're going to do new, move it out of the way if you can. There we go. And we're going to just capture this entire image. This is why Snip is such a good tool. So there's my image. So we're going to minimize it. We're going to close this image. We're going to go back to our document. Now, right click paste works, but Google prefers you to use keyboard shortcuts, in this case Control V. If you're familiar with keyboard shortcuts, you hold the Control key down and then you press the appropriate letter. It does the same thing. If you're using Google Docs, you may hear you try to do paste or copy or something like that. You may get a warning from Google that says please use the keyboard shortcut, and they show you how to do it. So if you ever see that. But anyways, so I've posted the image in here. You know, I can put it inline, I can make it tight, which is where the wording goes around, or blank. Once you have it in here, you see these nice little bullets in here. That's for resizing. So you grab a bullet, left click hold, and you can resize the image. It goes both ways too. Up and down, left and right, diagonal. So if you wanted to do it that way, say you want that imaged, centered, same thing. You click on it and you click on your center mark. There you go. Real simple. Again, just little things to know. Once you go past it, you'll see that I'm still centered, so you can go up here and do left justification again. Bullet marks. People like bullet marks. So, you know, I like cash. You like cash. We all like cash. who doesn't like cash? So again, just different things you can do with it. If you needed to embed a web link, you can do it through here. Just again, there's your indent. If you need this bolded or italics, you could do that. If you want different fonts, there's a whole bunch to choose from here, as you can see. So just again, different functionalities you can use with Google Docs. Just to follow up to the previous video, so you was aware of it. You know, you can make it bigger. Another thing that's kind of nice to have is to insert. You can insert a chart. Where is that? Table. There it is. You can insert a table. Useful. You know, people like structure. You can use this as a structure. So just different things you can do, and then you can, if you wanted to highlight a particular square, you've got colors up here you can do. If you needed to make this bottom line thicker, you can actually do that under your table controls, if I remember correctly. Yes. So you can actually make it bigger. I think that does the whole thing. Yep. But you could do an individual line if you wanted to. You can also change the style. I don't think you can animate it unless you steal an animation. There's hundreds of animations out there. Just remember, what images you're stealing may be copyrighted. Cash can't be copyrighted. That's the reason why I grabbed it. You know, everyone knows who the Ferengi is. It's part of the Star Trek franchise. So please, Google, do not dock me for that. It's just being used as an example. So just some different things to know with the Google Drive. Like I said, you can do a whole lot of stuff to it. There's your redo and undo. There's different types of headings. Of course, your different fonts. So like I said, Google Drive, Google Docs in particular, very useful. You can mark it as an important. You can directly save it into a folder. Like if I put it in the test folder and I can move it from there, you'll see it's been moved to the test folder that I created earlier. And if we look in test, there it is. So again, Google Docs is, especially if you're tight for cash, or you're just tight, it doesn't matter, is a wonderful tool to use. It's accessible on your phone, on your tablet, with your Google Drive account or with your Gmail account, and you can use it for a lot of things. So again, that's what we use it for. I just wanted to give you some more information on it. Spreadsheets work very much the same way, you know, and all the formulas that are in Google Sheets is almost identical to Excel. So if you've used Excel all of your life, and now you're going over to Google Sheets, there shouldn't be any of a real significant change. I think the only time there's a change is instead of using a dot between a formula like sum, you use a colon or something of that nature. Just, it's minor little things, but most people just use a mouse anyway. So with that, I will close this video. Hopefully the voice was a little bit better and the sound of the music was not as overpowering. And like I said, if you like the video, like it, share it, subscribe. It helps because once I can get up to those numbers, then YouTube will start paying me. Until then, there is a donation button. So if you would, or not a button, a link. So if you would like to donate to the cause, greatly appreciated. It helps to keep me going. Most of the time I will do a lot of the videos on Sunday because it's the quietest time in the office. So anyways, you guys have a great day. I'm going to close out with a different song this time.